welcome to yet another episode of Keys and Bricks, real advice for real estate decisions. Today, we are privileged to have a guest who is a content creator for real estate. And before we even dive into today's episode, I just want to remind you that Keys and Bricks is a podcast focused on real estate decisions, and it is sponsored by Brilliant Elite Homes. Brilliant Elite Homes is a real estate company based in Nairobi, Kenya, dealing with property sale, property management, and property consultation. So before I even introduce our guest, I just want to do a recap of our previous episode, which was a live, and we were discussing about the current trends in the real estate industry, real estate market 2025. And we dived into affordable housing. And if you want to catch more of this episode, go on our YouTube page, Brilliant Elite Homes, and you'll watch the full live that is uploaded there. Thanks. Back to our guest, African traveler.
Happy to be here.
Yes, karibu sana.
Asante.
Please introduce yourself and what you do.
So I'm African traveler. Pleasure being invited by Brilliant Homes, one of the best authentic, reliable companies. Mm-hmm. And as she said, my name is African Traveler. I do travel content, so you can check me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. And it's been a journey for right now about 5 years. I've been showcasing different travel vlogs across the country, as well as some parts of African country. I've also done a lot of property showcasing. And one of the reasons why we came to property was the fact that I started doing content. Yeah. And by surprise, I got an audience asking, wow, that place has changed. I grew up there. And unfortunately, there's so many Kenyans who went abroad. So many of them. And it's funny how some of them have never gone back to their ancestral home. Some of them is abroad. Some of them went to different part of the country. And they get surprised every time I used to showcase these areas. And that's what property came in. It was like, hey, can you show us what is available there? I'm really interested. And it's not only that, even Africans from different part of Africa are like, wow, that place really looks nice. And that got to show how much unexposed our country was, 5, 6, 7 years ago. So for them, please go check my channel, African Traveler, and you'll get more insights.
So why African Traveler? Why did you settle on the name African Traveler and not any other name?
So what happened was, I was looking for a brand name. And I think at that time it was my wife sharing suggestion, was like, you do travel. And it's like, can you call a Kenyan traveler? And I was like, no, you'll be global. You have to travel Africa. That is your main thing. Because my goal as well is to see Africa as borderless. It's a dream that I hope to see one day. Like our borders are probably open to to each other. It's just the same way we have Europe, where you can move from one side to the other. That's the same dream I have as an African. I want to feel like tomorrow I can just go to Somalia, I can go to South Africa, I can go to Nigeria without any limitation on the border. So that's why the African name came in, African Traveler.
Okay, interesting. So from your journeys across and beyond, what unique cultural experiences have stood out most?
Yes, there's some of them which really stood out, but what really made me really amazed is how much similar we are. Then, we are so much alike as Africans in different parts of travel. We're able to travel to a number of African countries, and I was surprised how, in terms of etiquette, in terms of how we receive each other, there's something that you can say it's an African blood in us. Yes, but what really stood out for me is the different type of food. I was in Ghana. And some of the food they take, they can take snails. You get you go to coast, and you have all these pweza and the crabs, lobsters.
Yes.
And funny enough is like lobster was amazing. Lobster was super nice. And you have people like the Somali community who like hold each other accountable, they support each other. The cultural dynamics and how they bring each other up is just amazing. And it's always stands out in how I see a community working together to uplift themselves up. Always stands out.
Talking about food, did you get to taste the snail?
Okay. I think it's just a mindset thing. I can't. I can try many mistakes. I can try so many things. I'm actually very easy to try. But there's some areas I have a red line. I was very slow to try lobster, the big crabs. I was very slow to try shrimps, but they ended up becoming one of my best cuisines ever. Like, I love lobster. And the first time it was like, hey, what am I eating? Then the taste of it was like, it was just mind blowing. I think snail is just what I've seen,
Interesting. So what do you think the role storytelling plays in actually promoting local destinations in Africa, in Kenya?
I will tell you, 5 years ago, almost 6 now, when we started YouTube in Kenya, when we pioneered, it was very strange in a way that even the Kenyans, I went to Kisumu, and on the comment section, everyone was like, I didn't know Kisumu was this beautiful. I didn't know Kisumu was this clean. I went to Kakamega, and it was the same statement. I've been to Kericho, I've been like within the country, I'm just saying. And this is not only sentiment by Kenyans, also people abroad. And it got to show how back people had just this mindset, Kisumu cannot be big. And with time, I could see so many people saying, hey, I'm going to try Kisumu. I'm going to try Malindi. I'm going to try Lamu. I'm going to try Diani. I didn't know it was this amazing. And just that way of opening people's mind has really changed even, and right now you can't compare back then. Right now, a lot of content creators are doing this. And we've seen the same dynamic of how many people are now coming to Kenya. But only, we used to have a very small percentage of people coming from Africa to Kenya. Right now we have a huge population. We had this movement of, I hosted so many African Americans coming to Kenya, a lot of them. And the same narrative was like, hey, come and know us, like people from the West have this notion of, you guys live on trees. How do you talk English? Where did you learn English? How do you communicate with phones, And the number of Black Americans coming into the continent and Kenya right now, it's a thing now. They even have their own things. It just goes to show you how within less than 5 years, what exposing our continent has really transformed this place in a way that brought our awareness and getting to tell our own stories, our African story. Let me tell you, I used to, when I was back in high school, primary, I used to be a traveler then without money, without traveling. And I would keep asking my dad, how does this place look like? And I couldn't quench that thirst until I knew one day I would want to showcase. And the thing is, when I used to go to the internet, it was very unfortunate. Because every time you Google a place like, I really wanted to know Malindi, Kitale, and the only thing you see is politicians back in Kitale, there was very limited information on how the place looks like. I don't want to know politics. And right now, if you check it, it's well placed. So And that helps us to tell our own stories in a way that if tourists, the other thing is we used to have big YouTube, and that's what I connected. I didn't want to do content. When these big YouTubers come to Kenya, I have to reach out to them, let me show you around. Unfortunately, most of the Western YouTubers, they come to Kenya for Masai Mara, Kibera. That is the narrative that everybody knows Kenya for. The safari and the slums. But when you had people like Odemaya coming in, other Africans, Tayoina, these are major African content creators, Steve Ndoko. And I was just trying to push them to this, like, hey, Nairobi is only, it's not only about the safari park and the Kibera. We're living, I'm not saying that part does not exist, but there's more to us. And some of the content creators are like, man, you have so much information about your country. No one can tell it better than you.
Yeah, true.
Yes, so that's how our narrative has been changing. And if you go to all social media, especially TikTok, Kenyans right now is called the capital of Africa, and it's our pride. It's amazing.
It's interesting. I met someone from the US last week.
Yes.
He was surprised to get to Kenya and find Kenyans speaking English. And he actually told me, I didn't know that Kenyans speak English. You people speak very good English. So I was like, in my mind, I didn't ask him, but I was like, what do you think?
Wait, how did you, anyway, yes. And I don't blame them. It's the system that shows that Africa is only poverty. These guys, anytime Africa is request to the world, you're dying of hunger, there's civil wars, there's disaster. So the mindset those guys have is just that. On our side, the only past aspect of you knowing America is in the movies.
True.
It's not the reality.
Yeah, and we envision that it is the way it is in the movies. That's how it is. Yeah. It's important. I think this storytelling has created, has painted a better picture of what Africa is, what Kenya is all about. Yeah.
Telling our own story.
Yeah, telling our
own story. No one can
story.
tell your story better.
True. I agree. So you've covered a lot of infrastructure projects and urban spaces. How do this development influence property values in local communities?
There are some areas, if I can capture within Nairobi, within, like, let's say expressway, this expressway getting built, the amount of development I see down Mombasa Road. And right now, Kitengela area is one of the areas with the highest spike in terms of price. If you see those Eastern Bypass, it used to be the most chaotic road.
It was.
It was doomed.
Yeah.
Right now, the place is, it's like putting newspaper on fire. It just opens up drastically. And I can also say the same with places like Lodwar, when the road was done. Right now, you go to Lodwar, it's a town, it's bustling. And I'm really happy to see people are making fun of it. Tukienda Mandera, remember the road to Northeastern?
Yes.
Northeastern is part of Kenya. For us, we always feel like it's a place, like it's a dead end, you can't go to some areas. Of course, there's been a bit of insecurity some time back. But let me tell you, the road is done. You will see the area opening up, more Kenyans traveling there. In my crew of friends, before the road to Moyale was done, none of us ever thought would ever travel to that border near Ethiopia. But right now, most of us have traveled there. And it's only because of the road network. So the road network opens a place. It also gets to expose the culture of the place. Because sometimes some of the local communities don't share kind of the information until some of us come them. And it also changes the dynamic in terms of, some of the areas are strongly pastoralist. Like when the road comes in, it opens a lot of avenues for businesses and changes their livelihood. I can give a million example of how many places have come up just because of a road network came in, changed lives of farmers in Kenya. You have some areas even in central Kenya where they had a very poor network, but they had a lot of milk. And every other time, they used to have milk gluts, especially during rain season, and they used to just pour milk on the road because they couldn't get to the market area. The road was pathetic. And such can be told across the country. So it's really opened the country in a better way.
Okay. So what do you think what does the role of infrastructure play in now real estate? If you compare infrastructure and real estate, because you'll see places like Expressway, the way you've mentioned, and the constructions that are going on along Mombasa Road. What do you think what role has Expressway played in especially real estate development?
So major projects, especially within the city, just open that brings efficiency on the roads, really makes it easier for commuters to move from point A to B. You have some areas that are really growing fast, especially as you say along Expressway. But before Expressway, it was a nightmare. It used to be like 2 to 3 hours stuck on the road. This is something you have to go through every other day. And this is also brings mental, physical, mental load. And it just discouraged everyone. Every time I used to think I'm supposed to go to anywhere, past Cabanas, it was like, But right now, for me to move, the flexibility of moving back and forth is just amazing. Airport, people used to go 3 hours early, like 5 hours early, just to be sure that I don't want to make a mess. But right now, the accessibility is so flawless. You just know, I just need to touch anywhere near Expressway and I'm at the airport. And with such, and you can see the number of industry coming down the hill. It's just down the Expressway. The number of industry coming up. And I think the new industrial park of Nairobi is actually along Mombasa Road up to almost Machakos. And these are things that the biggest market is still Nairobi.
It's still Nairobi.
But the land rates, because this side I don't just past the Expressway in either Machakos or Kajiado. And the land rates, there's so many incentives for you to invest in such area. So you see a lot of companies coming in. You also have some areas that are designated as export processing units. And with such, there's such a huge population of people in need of houses, in need of places to stay. And that's why real estate really plays a vital role in terms of meeting that need. Yes.
I've seen even areas, you see the link road. When link road was done. It has the accessibility. You see a lot of residential coming up.
Immediately. It's like a spark. You know, Kenyans have become notorious for, like, every time they hear there's a project going in some areas, speculators buying it. So it's so much linked to, changing the dynamic of a place.
I'm foreseeing in the near future, people living out of or buying out of Nairobi if the accessibility, the road network is very good. Because now look, places like Kileleshwa, I'm seeing them remain as maybe Airbnb focused as opposed to people now living. Because if you look at it, it's becoming a bit crowded as we go by. It's no longer long time ago how Kileleshwa was, Kilimani was.
It's going to. I think the other thing also about the infrastructure is that sometimes the people over-anticipate, and sometimes the infrastructure development without proper planning can also lead to a mess. Because in a place like Kitengela, sometimes it's a
It's
nightmare.
a nightmare. Yes.
Even on the weekends,
Yes.
on the Sunday,
Yeah.
I find this traffic and it's quite crazy.
Mhm.
And I think sometimes you just need to have leaders who are willing uh, to to be ahead of time and also try to provide solutions that are long lasting. Because Kitengela should have a dual carriage.
Yeah,
So
it should.
this is need,
It should.
yes, this needs to be a strong fight
Yeah, that
within
should.
them.
Yes.
The other also bit I see
Mm.
is the fact these areas are going to be more autonomous within themselves.
Mm.
In that essence is it's like Nairobi building more metropolitan, strong metro cities within them.
Mm.
You know, like Kiambu really still depends on Nairobi.
Yes.
Areas like Thika still highly depends on
Depends on
Nairobi.
Nairobi.
But downside, I feel like with time they'll be more autonomous because they have their industries, they have their offices, so they, you know, you have major cities like Kwanza coming down there, among others, major real estates. You guys have a lot of properties down there selling. Guys, you should check those properties. Brilliant. That's why they're called brilliant homes. So it's I see down the road becoming more autonomous within themselves, managing them. They don't need Nairobi as much because you know we have our offices, we have our industries, we have our homes here. So I don't need to come to Nairobi. We have our malls and everything here. Things like Thika Road. You know, the other downside of major roads like Thika Road is the fact that you make it easier to get to Nairobi or Thika. So Thika will still depend on
Nairobi.
Yes, but Kitengela, because it's chaotic, we build our own.
Yes.
If you want to go to Nairobi, offices or anything, so Kitengela becomes a city by itself.
Just still on the real estate content creation, do you think your stories have helped the diaspora market invest in real estate in Kenya?
So a lot. I would tell you, I really appreciate my fans. I really took a lot of steps in terms of telling a story, sharing, and I would surprise you to tell you that I've featured some very genuine, nice properties, and some of them, the offtake has been one of like the whole neighborhood has been taken, bought, and whenever there's a new feature, I've created this buzz of what is new. And that has really worked for them and also for the property developer that I've worked with in a way that I show them what is coming up, what is the security. Because most of them have really lost in a big way
They have.
before.
Yes.
And sometimes we do a high due diligence before we showcase. And that has been the journey in terms of now. I also try to focus more on the property just to show them what new is coming because people have money, but sometimes you just need to tell them this is safe, take it. Because I've also lost before in terms of property, and it has brought a lot of fear. And this is not my only experience; also them. So they have the same notion. In a way that I tell a story. Or I showcase a property in detail, like show me. This is not, it's something I do for them. Like I'm doing for me, like when I want to acquire property and thus building that security. If the property has issue,
You also point it out.
Yes.
So, do you think when you were starting this, just the documenting, it was as a passion?
Yes.
Did you one day envision that it could actually be a selling point or a place?
No, never. I want the next feature to come, and when they Google Kisumu, Kakamega, Malindi, Kiambu, they know how it looks. That was just my goal. I'm like, I can't be going to the social media and all I see is Raila and Kibaki and Uhuru.
That's true.
I was like, no. Some of us don't care about politics most of the time until maybe the electioneering year. And this came with time, and sometimes you don't know what is ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like what you show them,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
can you show us what we can also buy from this area? Not, and that's the what you brought in the book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you balance your creativity with educating your audience?
So I would say most important is building this content helps people to change perception, helps people to get interest in something. You build confidence that the country is heading somewhere. Our country is a country whereby 90% of the time is politics and the things that we're going through.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes we forget to share the positives. And that's what I was trying to bring in. Like, hey, yes, we may be talking very harshly against each other, but that's not everything. And Kenyans in Kenya know that,
Yes.
especially if you're in major towns. We can be fighting with you and be very vulgar words, but deep down, I need to buy a plot, I need to buy a house. But people outside here don't know that. So sometimes you need to change that perception that it's not only crazy politics and division and mandamano, but after all this happening, countries still developing.
Yeah.
Yes, to shine a light upon the negative downside.
Yes. So, what challenges have you faced in this industry?
I took a bit of break, then I came back. But when I came back, I felt like I came to a different country. When we used to start YouTube, wow, we used to be arrested every other day.
Why? Because of license?
Camera. You're saying you pass with the camera, don't take a picture of me. Police come, who are you? What are you guys doing? That's in the middle of this insecurity in the country. The country was very tense. And the security enforcement was very lacked on anything. So I've been arrested so many times. Right now, when I'm on the road or doing something, I even see people like, hey, Matatus, like, I felt like, wait, am I in a different
country? In the same country.
And you go to CBD and you see all these youths with the cameras taking photos, and you're like, wow. The mindset has changed. So there's been a big shift. Yes, there's still some areas where we still struggle in terms of doing the same. There's also very strong regulations in terms of having things like drones.
Yes.
Sometimes doesn't make sense. And I understand back then security was quite tight. Doesn't mean it won't come back.
Yeah.
But yes, can be done better. It shouldn't be like if you want to acquire a drone, it's like you're acquiring I don't know, a licensed gun. It's almost the same regulation. Yes.
Okay. So from your experience, what are the common mistakes that you feel investors make when judging property in a particular area?
I would say rushing because of the price. Making a deal because when the deal is too good, sometimes you have to think twice. Overlooking the developer. You can get as whatever developer you have. And I am a content creator. I don't shoot with any. I have to select because this is something that I'll be used as a pawn to call these guys.
Yes.
And sometimes it can. Unfortunately, it has not yet. It's yet to happen, and I thank God for that. But it's because of the due diligence that happens. But major news broadcasters that we all know have gotten into this mix.
Yes.
So you have to do a strong due diligence. You have to follow the legal practice. But most important, use a legit company. Especially if you're abroad. If you're in Kenya, you can do deeper search.
Yes.
You can go physically and check. But this is a luxury most buyers don't have. So that's why I would prefer to pay, an extra 20-50% extra to have the same land from a legit company. And this has happened. I've done it FG Realtors in Shambas Kujuja. The neighborhoods are quite, it's almost 50% high. But all the properties these guys have sold that side, people are building. But on the other side, those lands that are open, people are losing like crazy. So, and the value addition aspect is very important. People have to look at, we have some new developing cities coming up, Total City, you have to have a mindset of a group. Konza is very new. Only part right now developing fast is within the metro area, within the city itself. Do you know where the Kibera will be or the Runda will be? It just depends on the size.
On the size of land, yes.
If you give it 10 by 40,
yes.
You may be rushing to buy the 10 by 100 by 40 or 50 by 40. But the smart people are buying maybe 100 by 100. And those are the side that will be Runda, and this side will be and this is a very fair ground. Zero.
Yes.
But one area
will remain.
Will determine a Kibera, and one area will determine a
Yes.
So you have to be very cautious also on such. And one of that was I also trying to talk with the guy who was buying, and it was like, there's something we are doing as a group. We're buying a big area, and we are subdividing it to large scale. We want that to be the Runda. And I see on this side, I see an advertisement, 50 by 100, like, all these dynamics will determine the endpoint.
Yeah, true. That's really true. So, the projects that you shoot or that you create content for, do you do due diligence first before?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and in some of the videos you'd see me with, almost 3-4 times outfit. It's just because there's one, I need to check on this. I go and check, do the checks. They show me this is the title, this is ABC. We go to the ground, we have a visibility, we check, like these are deeper understanding. Most of them, sometimes they insist even to talk with some of the buyers. That's part the, what we call the title.
The title, yes.
You are confident with them. And this is not doing for them.
For you, because you see the bad reputation will remain with you.
African traveler like
Yes, true.
So, and one of the worst things is to chase money. If you're not greedy, you'll never mislead people.
True. That's important. So, if someone wanted to explore Kenya or Africa through your lens, what 3 must-see places or projects would you recommend?
My favorite place is where? It's called Rusinga Island. I went there for especially the road. Is it from? I also loved Homa Bay, but there's a road leading there. And these hills and valleys. How many times I stopped on the road, I'm like, let me just look at this. It's like, how come this place people don't communicate? Go to Rusinga, go to Takawiri.
I've seen Takawiri on social media.
You should go there. I'm telling you, the best part in this country that is marketed as tourist spots, we have better than those places that people don't even think people can travel. Beautiful. I would say, you said how many parts?
3.
The other part was Lamu. We boarded on a small island, took a whole mansionette. It was for Mzungu, but he does it as an Airbnb. Do you know, we're not closing the door, even when you leave. You just take your boat, you go to there are so many islands. They're like mainland, you go, then you have this rich one is called, there's a rich suburb on this side. You have Manda, then the Runda is called what? Anyway, so Manda is also very, very premium. That's why you also have the best hotel, the Majalis. I was just staying next to the Majalis. and the security. You know, the first time I was like, I can't close this door, and the guy was like, don't go there. I'm like, I have gadgets. I have, like, no, I don't care. I think it felt like paradise. It felt like I'm living in a different world. And the life was nice. You go to coffee and we ask for food, you know, like little coffee corners. It's like, no, eat fast. Yeah, it was like, no, I want my coffee. I was like, no, there's utaratibu. But it felt heavenly. There were no cars. The island was beautiful. A lot of history. So Lamu was amazing.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So guys, you've heard Visit Rusinga Island, Lamu.
Yes.
There's one more you haven't told us.
I went to Aberdares. There's this road when you go to Olkalau and Jabini. And I still share that video a lot. It was this cold season, rainy season, and it felt like, you know, this movie, the epic movie, you see smoke on the hills and on the road, you can't see anything. It felt like a fairy tale at that time. It felt like I'm dreaming. And the number of, anytime I like a place, I make a lot of stops. I think I took almost 5 hours just to cross instead of 1 or 2. But that was, and there were no people. Just this, you just see a forest, hills and hills on your side. Yeah, there's a road just next to over there that passes on the side. I can say it's heaven.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting. Finally, what is your vision for African Traveler in the next 5 to 10 years?
I need to up. I need to go and share Uganda stories. I need to spearhead the really cohesion of open borders. It's something that I would wish to have a team of friends from different countries pushing this narrative. We're not pushing people to come to Africa. We've seen it. It's what we're living now is more of a dream.
Yeah.
People coming to Kenya, Kenya becoming the continent of Africa, Kenya being. Do you know, like, I used to tell somebody from Kenya, from Nairobi is a good city. People used to know only Nigeria, South Africa. Kenya right now is spoken across the globe. And right now we need to start the narrative of open borders for Africa. I know there is some organization thereafter, something like that, but we need to strongly push that. Yeah.
Okay. What are your closing remarks? What would you tell our viewers today? Yeah.
So what I would like to say is keep pushing the African narrative to the globe. Yes, we have our downside. That does not mean we can't share what we see, but preach positive about this continent. Most people have gone across the globe, especially the West countries, and they've seen worse things they never imagined were there. And that got to show you that they highlight the positive of the country. Let's not be on the forefront of always showcasing the bad side. And if you're watching it from abroad and you haven't been to Kenya, visit the country, visit the continent, and explore. Learn for yourself. Get to understand better the continent. And for those who are wishing to move here and buy properties, look for legit companies that care for your investment. Don't go for price first. That is the last bit in terms of checking the due diligence and other things. So look and search for better company that can really help you in terms of securing your investment in the country. Do more research. And one of those companies, Brilliant Homes. So thank you. And if you haven't checked my channel, go to African Traveler. And I have amazing content for you waiting. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You've heard, if you are coming back to Kenya and you need to buy property, look no further. Look for Brilliant Homes. We will help you settle on your ideal property. Despite, you see, sometimes we tend to think that real estate is very expensive. But once we know, we talk, we are property consultants. So we'll offer that consultancy service to you, and we'll be able to give you and advise a few projects that would suit your budget. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Brilliant Elite Homes. And this has been Keys and Bricks, real advice for real estate decisions. I have been your host, Lorraine Ashimosi. Till next time.